I was disappointed, Charlie, honestly, with the response that you got from the Bitcoin Foundation. I don't know if you want to talk about that. It seems like, you've already been tried in the court of public opinion as far as they're concerned.
Well, the foundation is unfortunately right now, there are a lot of people in the internal foundation politics, unfortunately. And I have so much support from a lot of board members, but I have board members who are out to get me. And they don't, they want the power. It's a power trip. And unfortunately...
What power?
Unfortunately, well, money. The foundation has a lot of money. And with money, you can pretty much do whatever you want. Foundation has a ton of money. And the foundation, at the end of the day, is my baby. I started that thing in a room with Gavin. And the foundation will exist beyond the current board. The foundation itself is an amazing thing. The people that are involved in it and are running it today may or may not be. I mean, look at the response to Mt. Gox. There's no response to Mt. Gox. If I was running the foundation right now, what I'd do is I'd go out there and I'd send one of my foundation board members to Tokyo and sitting with Mt. Gox every day. And the foundation should be posting regular updates over what's going on with Mt. Gox. The foundation should be treating Mt. Gox as the federal government treated big banks during the 2008 crisis.
I think that's an interesting proposal for the foundation to do, but you've been with the foundation, like you said, since the beginning. I've never seen it take any type of action.
The minute I got arrested, the first thing I did was resign because I don't want to bring the foundation, drag them into my own legal situation.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm not suggesting that, Charlie. I'm just saying that there have been things like this before that have seemed like maybe the foundation should engage on, and they haven't. I'm just saying, really? Right. You would have actually sent a board member to...
This is the fifth Goxing. I mean, where was the foundation during the previous 4 Goxings?
I was working on it. I was working on the Mt. Gox issue. I was actively working within the foundation, and I was very close to a resolution on that before I got arrested. Very close to resolution. Elizabeth Blaché and I have been really, really good together working on a lot of these. No one in the foundation has any balls right now except for John Matonis. But John Matonis works for the board, unfortunately. And the board is just kind of like leaning back and not doing much.
So why do you think that is? It seems like the opportunity for the foundation to really step out and lead on a lot of these issues is sort of passing by because there are other organizations that have international goals, I guess, who seem like they're coming up. I mean, has it just taken a long time to kind of spin up the organization to the point where you really can address things like this?
I don't know. I mean, I guess the mentality has just been things will blow over. If you look at the Mt. Gox, Peter Vicenis issue, who is the chairman of the foundation is Peter. So obviously he's going to want to not do anything in that regard. And then people are saying kick Mark off of the Bitcoin Foundation board. Mark has never been to one meeting. Ever.
I publicly called for that.
He hasn't been in one meeting. He wasn't even at the founding. The only reason he's considered a founder is because they put money and they gave us a domain name.
I was one of the people who not only signed that petition, but publicly called for Mark to resign a while ago. And not because of the problems with Gox or the bugs or whatever, but because of the immediate reaction of putting out a press release that threw Bitcoin under the bus and willing to sacrifice Bitcoin to protect his own incompetence. I mean, that to me, that was the final straw. And you can make mistakes. You can be a useless businessman, and the market will address that. But you turn around and try to blame Bitcoin, the protocol, and say there's a fundamental flaw in Bitcoin in a public forum. And he actually re-upped that a couple of days ago, going in front of the Wall Street Journal, and made even worse statements in front of the Wall Street Journal that quite happily reported them as fact. And that is a direct violation of the responsibilities of a director.
I mean, we don't need to go into the specifics of transaction malleability, but honestly, it could have been fixed a very long time ago. And look at the other exchanges; they fixed it in hours. Bitstamp was up with withdrawals again within a day or two.
Yep.
It's not a difficult thing to fix. It is as simple as assigning your own transaction ID to withdrawals. What is Mt. Gox doing? Why is it taking them 2 weeks to do this? Why are they posting updates saying that they're moving their address? Like, the whole thing, honestly, is just a joke. It's a joke. So it's nothing more than a joke.
It's a joke that is now cost Bitcoin investors about $3 billion. That's what Karpeles has done.
And I give so much benefit of the doubt. CoinDesk asked me yesterday, what do you think of Mark? And I gave him my praises. And Mark is a nice guy. He has a kid and a wife. I know them. I know Mark personally. He's not a scammer. He's not. But honestly, after that announcement this morning, I am so furious. I'm so angry. I don't know how much I can defend them anymore.
It's a fine line to walk. I've certainly made the point as well that there's no indication of fraud. There's no indication of solvency issues. And Karpeles has never dealt in bad faith. I mean, he is a visionary and an innovator who led the way and gave us price discovery when there was none. He just failed 2 years ago to recognize his own limitations and appoint a professional CEO to do the job that needs to be done.
Proposal from Mt. Gox is this, if they're listening. Shut down the exchange. Let people withdraw their money. Relaunch as a new exchange with a new name that's not using PHP, because PHP sucks and it's a whole other conversation. Let people withdraw their money. Give people the choice to try your new exchange. And I guarantee you people will. People will try it. But give them the choice. Don't force them. Don't hold our money in contempt. I have money there too. I have a lot of money there that I need it. I have legal fees to pay for, and I can't pay for them.
So kind of circling back around here, you've had a hell of a journey, Charlie. I got to tell you, you were kind of one of the very earliest people into Bitcoin, with your name out there with BitInstant. And before that, you were a member of the community for a long time. Where do you think that we're going with this? It's hard to talk timeframes that are longer than, say, 6 months, but let's call it a year. What do you think the Bitcoin space is going to look like in a year?
We're going to see a lot. I think that the last year was really a big year of regulation, and Bitcoin really got on the map of states, of governments, of regulators. You see 2013, so many countries came out and either outright banned Bitcoin or licensed, or made it something that needs to be licensable, or said it's fully legal, we don't care about it. It was the year of regulation and government involvement. 2014 is going to be a huge infrastructure year. And I said that at the end in my holiday message on Christmas Day. I put out my holiday message that I do every year, and I said it. And we're already seeing it start to happen because Mt. Gox is falling. Other companies are going to replace Mt. Gox, or Mt. Gox will replace itself by something else. So we're going to see big companies launch, like Circle. We're going to see Coinbase up its game. We're going to see, I'm working on a secret project, is going to come out soon. There are a lot of new companies that I think are going to launch. I think that Satoshi gave us that empty island, and it's up to us to build the bridges, roads, tunnels. And I think that 2014 is going to be the year of the railroad. What was the biggest infrastructure project in the United States was the railroad. I think it's one of the biggest projects, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. And that was a huge infrastructure, not just for the railroad itself, but building cities around the railroad. And building highways to follow the railroad, and all these different things are one of the biggest infrastructure projects in the country. But I think that that's what we're going to see this year.
In all of this, I have to say, Charlie, given everything you're facing, you come back with just unstoppable enthusiasm and passion about Bitcoin, and my hat's off to you just for that.
Bitcoin exists on its own. It is independent. And this is one of the reasons I think why Satoshi left so early on, because he didn't want to be seen as Bitcoin himself, as Satoshi being Bitcoin. Bitcoin is it's very hard for people to grasp this concept because you need something physical. You need a leader. If you look at ancient religions, right? Ancient religions needed idols because they needed to envision what God looked like physically. It's a very hard concept for a human mind to grasp, but Bitcoin exists on its own, with or without me. I could die tomorrow. I could be thrown. Bitcoin will still exist. But we need good actors like me and you to help push it in the right direction. If we all give up on Bitcoin, Andreas, if we all say, you know what, we're scared, we're going to go to jail, we all give up, Bitcoin is going to go right back down into the underground, and is going to go right back down into the Silk Road-ish actors and stuff like that, and the money launderers and the criminals, and it's just going to be terrible. We're going to be ruining a great innovation. We're going to be ruining something amazing. We have to work so hard to bring it above ground and to make it for good use.
Knowing what you know now and having gone through what you've gone through, if you could go back in time and give Charlie Shrem the Younger some advice, what would that be?
Hire a compliance officer. That's what I would give myself the advice, because me being the compliance officer of BitInstant, because I was the only employee of BitInstant, so I was de facto the compliance officer, not knowing enough about the money transmitter, I guess, regulations in the US is what brought me down.
Thank you very much for that perspective.
Companies need to take regulations seriously because there are companies right now that are still acting, right? And I hope you guys are listening to this, companies, because you think that because I got arrested that you're going clear, free and clear. They are going after you. They are investigating everyone. Everyone is on their radar. They are on the Bitcoin Talk forums. They are on Reddit. They are in the IRC channel. They are listening to this interview. They have big budgets. There is a government task force specifically for Bitcoin. Be careful. Don't do anything illegal. Follow the law or work to change them. That's what advice I can give you. But until you change them, you have to follow them. Ignorance will not keep you out of jail. It will not. Can we end it with that song, the Ode to Satoshi song?
Yeah, absolutely.
Guys, that was an awesome song.
We can for sure do that. I'm glad you like it too, man. That's my fucking favorite song that's come out so far. I gotta say.
Yeah, mine too. I was blown away.
Well, Satoshi Nakamoto, that's a name I love to say. And we don't know much about him, but he came to save the day. When he wrote about the way things are and the way things ought to be, he gave us all a protocol this world had never seen. Oh, Bitcoin, as you're going into the old blockchain. Oh, Bitcoin, I know you're going to reign, till everybody knows, till everybody knows your name. Down the road it will be told about the death of old Mt. Gox, about traders trading altar coins and miners mining blocks. But them good old boys back in Illinois and on down through Tennessee, see, they don't care to be a millionaire, they're just wanting to be free. Oh, Bitcoin, as you're going into the old blockchain. Oh, Bitcoin, I know you're going to reign, till everybody knows, till everybody knows your name. While the bankers count our money out for every government. Oh, Bitcoin flies on through the skies of virtuality, a promise to deliver us from age-old tyranny. Oh, Bitcoin, as you're going into the old blockchain. Oh, Bitcoin, I know you're going to reign, till everybody knows, till everybody knows your name. Till everybody knows, till everybody knows your. Give me some exposure. Everybody knows your name. Sing it. Oh Lord, pass me some more. Oh Lord, before I have to go. Oh Lord, pass me some more. Oh Lord, before